It goes like this, man. The choices of people not to obey kosher law creates kuru. Kuru um, is a type of cannibalistic brain rot. All the weird sexual perversions, like the oral and anal sex and all that other weird stuff, also creates kuru. Like, the evolutionary paths of those infected with kuru are typically Neanderthal. Neanderthals lose the ability to socialize because their brain becomes too large. And bigger brain means a bigger Abdullah oblongata. And then, let's see what else. The other track is like the bigger heads go towards Neanderthals and they lose the ability to socialize because they have enlarged Abdullah oblongatas and their bigger glands, like their neurological glands. They have too much dopamine, norepinephrine, and serotonin. And then the other option is like some similar to like what happens when you have Zika. Zika gives children infantile encephaly. Um, that's when it's basically how humans become chimpanzees. But the Neanderthals had the big brains, so they had too much like chemical flow and just chemical flows and like enlarged adrenaline glands. And anyways, kuru is like zombieism. And then the Cro-Magnons are like the first step down towards chimpanzee status. So like, I don't know. I estimate 90% of the people in the world have some form of kuru just from their non-kosher diets, like the mixing of like calcium with meat and like too much fat or eating raw meats, like all this stuff, like the eating of organs, like animal organs and stuff, like that all leads to kuru. Like, yeah. And then if there are men or women that eat semen or like and just semen rectally, like through anal sex, like all of that creates kuru. Like, so, like the sexual perversion and the anti-Semitism ends up like destroying the system. They have this belief that they're forgiven and all this stuff, like, but like in the Christian edict and the Muslim edict, like the forgiveness thing. And then there's other things like too much sulfur creates a genetic modification as well. But every detriment to the DNA, like there's a genetic penalty for every commandment violation. And in some cases, or in most cases, the 603 other laws that are expressed in the Torah, each one of them affects the DNA in a negative matter. So like most people on the planet have kuru from mixing meat and cheese and like eating, non-kosher animals. So, or like sexual perversion. But once kuru affects the brain just completely rots out and never recovers. The brain is like the purest form of the expression of the DNA. It's mostly fatty tissue, and I don't know. The other type of zombies that exist are like meth junkies and I don't know, there's just a bunch of stuff that creates like brain rot and Kuru, and like syphilis is practically a zombie thing, STDs and stuff. Just I don't know. If you find this video, just take it seriously. Try to eat kosher. If you can't eat kosher, then like they're like the Cro-Magnons. I'm sorry, the Neanderthals have a very high calorie requirement. A lot of them require over 6,000 calories to survive, or over 3,000 calories, which means to put to make for them to gain weight and mass and DNA and all that stuff. They require so many calories that I just can't explain this. It's mortifying when you wake up to the reality. I mean, this social spacing and all this COVID bullshit is really fucking stupid. Like, there's no cure for Kuru, and like the detriment to each genetic, each rung of your DNA, like, you know, the double helix. Like, every time that you mess up or believe in the forgiveness and all this other stuff, like every time that you mess up, you're literally like chiseling away at your DNA. So sorry, that's like real vampires possessing me and shit, like the living dead. They're real too. Like, there's other stuff on the page. Like, check it out.